Hi, David, and welcome
Hi.
to OLLI at Emory University.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
We're so excited to have you as well. I am Dee Munzard, and I'm the chair of the Communications Committee, and I am so pleased to be talking to you today. It's great fun. We're introducing you at Emory, OLLI at Emory's membership, but in actuality, you've taught at other OLLI programs as well. Can you tell us a little bit about why you like teaching OLLI students?
Sure, I'd be happy to. I actually love these Osher audiences. I have found them to be brilliant, highly accomplished, and friendly people who are lifelong learners and are in these courses simply because they love to learn. And of course, I love to teach people like that. I also learn from them because I also am a lifelong learner. So it's just really amazing.
So you have a lot in common.
Yes.
A lot in common. Great. Well, would you mind giving our Atlanta students, our Atlanta OLLI students, a little bit of insight into you as an instructor and tell us a little bit more about how you choose your classes to teach?
Sure, I'd love to just briefly explain my educational philosophy. I call it the 3 M's. My mission is to empower people to think for themselves about things that matter. I'm not here to impose my beliefs on anyone. That's not why people take these courses. And I teach, I call it the big three in the humanities, religion, ethics, and politics. And so everything I do is really controversial, but I work hard to take the tension out of controversy. My job is to empower people to think critically. Um, my the means by which I do this, and others have to judge, of course, is fairness, accuracy, and balance. I work hard at that all the time. And my motto is respectfully bold. I think we can be both respectful and bold.
I think you're right. I think you're exactly right. So that's some good insight into you as an instructor, and I really appreciate it. Now, tell me though, but what are the classes you like to teach the most?
I have about a dozen different courses in philosophy and comparative religion that I've developed over the years. We're going to do one called Themes in Philosophy. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Actually, there are 3 of those courses, Themes in Philosophy, 1, 2, and 3. I call it my philosophy buffet because it's a different topic every week. And so we'll talk about the version we're going to do here in a minute. But I have other academic courses in religion, one called Comparative Religion, one called Philosophy of Religion, and a whole bunch of ethics courses. I do a course called Contemporary Ethics and a course called Character Development. So a pretty wide variety in the humanities.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Tell me this. This is my last question. You're going to teach a class in March. I just read about it before we started this interview. Can
Yes.
you tell us about that class and why our students should look forward to it?
Well, it's Themes in Philosophy. And so we're going to pull 4 topics out of the long list that I do in Themes in Philosophy 1, 2, and 3. Again, I call it my philosophy buffet. So we're going to nibble on a different dish every week. And so I've chosen 4 topics I think will be very popular. The first one is rationality. What does it mean to be rational? How does reason work? Why does it matter? And also, what are the limitations of reason? And I think we live in a society, everybody's interested in what's going on in our political realm and the question of truth and elections and all of that. And I think we need to review, how reason works and why it matters. Then we'll talk about free will. Free will is a fun and somewhat mysterious topic. People think generally coming into that lecture that free will is very straightforward, but it only takes me about 5 minutes to confuse them thoroughly, which is my goal, of course. No, but free will is much more mysterious than people think. So we're going to have fun at first with lighthearted decisions that we make, but then we want to apply it to the profound issue of criminal justice. I have a passion for criminal justice reform, and one of the things we have to think about is how, when someone makes a very bad decision to commit a crime, how should we see that person and how should we respond? The third topic we'll look at is, I call it anti-vaxxing movements in the United States, a philosophical analysis. I've been studying these anti-vaccine movements during the pandemic, and we have to talk about this, obviously, and so we'll look at that. Finally, I call it the dessert on the buffet. Philosophy of humor will be our final topic. We're going to look at several theories of humor, ask some fun questions about humor, and then apply those theories to an excerpt from a stand-up comedian, just to see if we can figure out what this thing called humor is. So I hope everybody who watches the video will sign up.
I hope so too. And I want to thank you so much for talking to us today and giving us an insight into both you and your March class. And I guess we'll see you soon in the classroom.
All right.
Or at
Looking
least on
forward to
Zoom.
it. Well,
All right.
Zoom
Thank you,
classroom.
David.
Bye-bye.